how I was. I was happy with my career. I could have just walked away and said, yeah, that was a great experience. And a lot of my teammates actually were expecting me to walk away and retire. You know, in the world of short track, speed skating, or any sport, 2 Olympic Games back-to-back is a long time. You know, we're talking 8 years of work. And for me to go to another 4 years of dedication, sacrifice, faith, and solitude requires a lot. So I took a year off of the sport in 2006 after the Games, and I wanted to really decide what are some other avenues that I can explore. You know, maybe I want to go try to do a movie. I don't know. Maybe I can go to Hollywood. Maybe there's some hosting opportunities. I want to go into business. What do I want to do? And while I was taking this time off, I get a call from my manager, and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He says, meet me at the Grove in Los Angeles. So we go over there. So there's this eating place over there. He says, what do you think about dancing with the stars? I was like, I don't really know what it is. Is there somebody to that show? He's like, no, don't come interested in yet. Would you like to be on that show? I was like, please, no. I don't want to be on that show. You gotta dance, right? He was like, yeah, but it's a good opportunity. I'm like, opportunity for who? Do you laugh at me? I don't know how to dance. Then he said to learn dance to dance with a beautiful girl. I said, I don't know about this show. It seems kind of cheesy. I don't know about it. How many people watch the show? He said, well, more people watch the show than people watch the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, wow, absolutely not doing it now. No way. I didn't want to dance in front of my high school graduation class, let alone 60 million people or whatever, how many people watch it. Finally, my friends and family, actually I shouldn't say a lot of my friends, 20% of my friends said, yeah, you should try it. The other 80% said, what are you, crazy? Don't do that show. I think I wear tights. I'm like, bro, I wear tights when I skate. What's that? When I skate, it's not sequins or rhinestones. I was figure skating, not speed skating. So I finally decided to do the show, and I paired up with this beautiful 18-year-old girl named Julianne Hough. She's from Salt Lake City. She's blonde. She's spunky. She's got a ton of energy. And I didn't know at the time, but this 18-year-old girl was going to teach me a lot of life lessons along the show. Whether she knew it or not, I don't know. But you know, the first thing I had to learn was opening up and allowing people to see the personality, see who I was when I took my helmet off and my skin suit down, and they saw me as a person. When you are part of an Olympic sport, I don't have to smile at the camera. I don't have to look around. I don't have to perform. I don't have to dance, do anything like that. You know, all I have to do is do what I know how to do. I've been doing it for hours and hours and hours a day. That's my arena. That's my craft. Dancing wasn't. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and she had taught me about finding my inner emotion and basically showing that to the camera, showing that to people, allowing people to see me for who I was, and not, you know, as a man in sports, you're taught for so long to have this invincible armor around you, so that you are completely not penetrable. Nothing can pierce your armor. You have no cracks in your armor. You're invincible. You know, you are to show no emotion. I was the king of that in my sport. No matter how much pain I was going through during training, no matter how much uncomfortable situations I was at during races, I would never show it. You know, people always, they never knew how I felt. Actually, it was so much of a problem that my coaches would have to ask me, how do you feel today, Paul? How do you feel okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Or, you know, I'm like, come on, Dad, I'm tired, you know, I'm hurting. So I would never show. I didn't want to show anybody. And I'm going from that perspective all the way to the other side, and, you know, having to dance and smile and almost act on camera, and have it actually be authentic was very, very difficult. So, you know, she had shown me a lot. And one of the first stories from the show that I want to show you guys is, you know, no matter how much you prepare for something, muscle memory is a very, very great thing. You know, in sports and in life, and sometimes your body and your mind will do things when you don't even know you're doing them. So the very first show that I attended, we made things the cha-cha. Weird word, anyway, cha-cha. So, we're sitting back in the green room, and I had spent 2 weeks learning this dance. And the producers and the crew say, okay, Apolo and Julianne, you guys are up in 30 seconds. I'm like, all right. First time on TV doing this show. I was like, I'll mess up, whatever it is, it's going to be okay, being positive. And all of a sudden, like that, oh my God, I forgot to dance. So I was like looking around, Julianne, where's Julianne? So I find her, grab her arm, I was like, Julianne. What's wrong with you? I don't remember the dance. What are you talking about? We had 20 seconds. I don't remember. Can we practice or something? I don't know. She's like, come on, you'll be fine. Next thing I know, we go out there, and I actually think I blacked out. I don't know. Next thing I know, I'm getting scores in the back of the green room, and we go on YouTube later and look, and I'm just like, kind of funny. But, muscle memory actually, that's what, at least I think, carried me through. I don't even know if I was actually dancing in the very first show. But, I just progressed through the show, and I learned a lot more myself. I learned how to interact with the crowd. I learned how to interact with the media, and really just kind of showcase my personality. And I learned a lot about that. And learning how to own something, even if you didn't own it. You ever done that? Have you ever walked, I'm sure some of you have done that. You ever walked into a classroom and you did not prepare for that test, that exam, and say, I'm just going to own this thing anyway. If you're doing abracadabra, A, C, D, A, E. There's a couple of you guys saying that I've done it. I won't do it again, but I've done it before. And that's basically what I did. So from that point on, I said, okay, I'm gonna take this thing seriously. I'm gonna take this dancing show seriously. And after a long talk with the costume wardrobe designer, and said, look, I want to stay in every single costume and wardrobe that I wear from here on out, and I want no rhinestones or any sequins. I'll reiterate that again. It was okay. I think I'm probably the first. I'm very proud of it. I'm the first guy in the show that ever actually had to stay in my wardrobe. Okay, you can anyway. So I ended up actually, for those of you who didn't watch the show, I actually ended up winning the show, which was a lot of fun. I had a great time with the show. Julianne, thank you. And it actually sparked a lot of other athletes to then want to be on the show. And from that point on, before the show, like I said, people were kind of really hesitant to being on the show. Now you have guys, NFL athletes, NBA athletes, Olympic athletes, calling in the producers and saying, how can I get on the show? I need to get on that show. I need to get on that show. People are trying to use it as a pedestal, as a platform for doing something else. Pamela Anderson's on there. I think she's going to revitalize that Baywatch again. Projecting herself in a positive way.
What are you?
She's fantastic, but players and people are using that show and making it